Whether you're buying or selling a house, or just curious, what the heck is a contingency? You need to know. A contingency is a condition that must be met in order for you to buy the house. So basically what you're saying is this: I'll buy this house if these conditions or contingencies are met. If they're not met, then I can't go through with the purchase and I'm going to need my earnest money back. The 5 most common buyer contingencies in no particular order are: number 1, financing contingency. If you are getting a loan to buy a house, then your offer will be contingent on financing. Your lender will talk to you about the best loan product for your specific circumstances and write a pre-qualification letter stating number 1, the loan type, and number 2, the percentage of the purchase price that you're financing. Those 2 things will be included on your offer to buy the house. If something unforeseen happens in your financial world before closing that changes your ability to get that loan at those terms, then you are not obligated to go through with the purchase and you receive your earnest money back in full. Remember, I said unforeseen. If you do something on the no-no list that blows up your loan, no promises on getting that earnest money back. Number 2, appraisal contingencies. If you are borrowing money from a lender to buy a house, that lender will require an appraisal. Your realtor will check the box on your offer stating that your purchase is contingent on an appraisal. The appraiser assesses the value of the house and makes sure that it is safe for you and your family. The bank will not loan you more money than the house is worth or on a house that isn't livable. Let's say you're buying a house for $300,000, but the appraisal comes back with a value of just $250,000. No way the bank will take that risk. You are free to terminate the contract with a full refund of your earnest money. The next one is inspection contingencies. I always recommend buyers have a home inspection. A little bit louder for those in the back. I always recommend buyers have a home inspection. During the inspection period, buyers can perform any inspection they want to on the house. This is called buyer's due diligence. The most common inspections by far are home inspection, radon, and termite. We also see septic, foundation, well water testing, depending on the house, of course. But this is the time for any inspection that the buyer chooses. All inspections are paid for by the buyer at the time of service, so make sure you budget for that. If you find something on the inspection that is a deal breaker, you can terminate the contract with a full refund of your earnest money. However, the money paid to inspectors is obviously not coming back to you. Terminating the contract, by the way, isn't the only option. The buyer can ask the seller for specific repairs or even for a price reduction, but starting to get into a lot of detail and I feel like that needs a separate video. So the next one is the final inspection or walkthrough. A day or 2 before closing, the buyer gets one last opportunity to inspect the house before signing closing documents and taking ownership of the house. It's very rare that anything comes up on final inspection, but it's always a good idea to walk through the house one final time before signing, just in case. What if a squirrel got into the house or something caught on fire and no one knew? The wording on the document goes something like this: the buyer has made final inspection on the property and it agrees that it is in the same or better condition as it was the day that we went under contract, except for normal wear and tear. If there were any repairs to be made by the seller, they are complete and satisfactory to the buyer, and we are headed to closing. So the 5th and final most common contingency we see on buyers' offers is special stipulations. So most often what we see in special stipulations is a home sale contingency. If you have to sell your house in order to purchase the next house because you need the equity, then you need to make sure that it is written in the special stipulations. By the way, a home sale contingency should also be written on your pre-qualification letter from your lender that I mentioned back in number 1. Special stipulations can also be a place for anything else that is important. Maybe the purchase is contingent on a survey. Maybe not all the disclosures and documents were in the MLS when you wrote your offer, like disclosures, restrictions, or perhaps a septic permit. So your real estate agent could write any of those contingencies in that special stipulation box. Any questions at all about contingencies or just the home buying process itself, feel free to reach out and I'll be more than happy to answer all of those questions for you. Look for my contact information below. The text is always going to be the fastest. I'm Leanne Johnson, Realtor with United Real Estate Solutions. Have a blessed day and love where you live.